Hi folks, welcome to Freestyle Vapes, welcome to the channel, welcome to this video. Today I have a review for a product that comes direct from Vandy Vape, and it's the PYRO V3 RDTA. Let's roll the credits. And welcome to the video. Now this is like I said, this is the PYRO V3 RDTA. I have used this for a couple of weeks now. I packaged it all back up as it was as it came to me. This is the sample packaging, but I don't think the packaging is going to change much from what you're seeing right here now. As we're all accustomed to the PYRO V1 and the PYRO 2, this is the PYRO V3 RDTA. Now there's a few changes with the deck on this. I'll show you when we go close up. But I've been waiting for it to come onto Vandy Vape site as well, mainly for what contents are coming in both editions, because obviously there'll be a standard edition and a TPD edition. Now the contents will be the same across both editions. You get the PYRO V3 RDTA. It comes in two parts plus a spare glass, and then you get a spare parts bag, a user manual, squonk pin. We do get a squonk pin. I'll show you when we go down. It's a long one. The one Pyrex glass tube, which is the one spare, and then you get one installed, and one coil lead guide, which is very similar to the coiling tool. It's the stepped version one, and two fuse Clapton coils at 0.33 ohms each. So obviously if you use dual coil, it will come out roughly about 0.15. Now the length of the device is 37 millimeters, and it's a 24 millimeter diameter device, and it weighs 147 grams. So let's sort of dive down, have a look, and I'll coil it up. I don't know if I'm going to do single or dual now, because you can do single or dual in this, and then we'll show you what the changes are and why I think I like this or don't like this. We'll see at the end, but let's go down and have a look at the PYRO V3 RDTA, guys. So here we are with the PYRO V3 RDTA from Vandy Vape, and as you can see, it comes with this sample packaging. Obviously this is sample packaging as it says here. On the official version, retail version, it'll say Vandy Vape here by the looks of the pictures, and then on the TPD version you'll have a big warning there. So the product contents are, which include, it's hard to read, PYRO V3 RDTA, one glass tube, two fuse Claptons, one coil lead guide, and one spare parts bag, and then all the markings, and then sample here. So like I say, this could come direct from Vandy Vape itself. I'll take that off, don't need that. So in the package we'll get top cap, the deck and the glass tank, spare glass here. I won't take that out, don't need to. And then underneath we'll get spare parts bag, coils, and this coil guide that Vandy Vape do put in some products, and other companies do as well. You do get a little cellophane cover on the bottom of the tank when you get it. So let's just put that to one side and show you what you get. So there's the coil guide. It's telling you to use number 6 for the coil legs. What you do is you put your coils in and then you snip on the bottom. That's how you use that coil guide, and you get some coils, which are fuse Clapton coils. When it wants to focus, 2 seconds guys, let's put, that's better. So you get Ni80 0.33 ohms in a diameter of 2.8, which is a bit weird, but it's 2.8, and then 6 wraps. It gives you a recommended power, but I wouldn't go by them specs really. This is the spares pack, and you get a Allen key, little blue screwdriver, and you get a large squonk pin here, and then you get a 510 adapter, spare O-ring, spare deck screws, and the deck screws are spare or Phillips screws. Then we come on to the top cap. Let's show you the top cap first. So this is the top cap, and you've got this drop style airflow, and then you've got an 810 drip tip with a O-ring inside, the proper O-ring, proper 810 drip tip resin. Quite a nice drip tip with this actually, and it sort of goes a bit conical shaped if you look at it, slightly conical, so it's not straight. And then inside here you've got the pièce de la résistance, which is where the airflow turns from inside here. As you can see, you'll turn the airflow once it's on the deck. You can close off the holes, 2, 4 open, 6 open, 8 open. Now as you start coming here, the bottom opens. You can't have just these 2 bottom ones open because the top does start closing. So you can have the bottom closed and 2 closed on the top. Sorry, 4 closed on the top before the bottom starts opening, look. So you could have 3 at the bottom and 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 open at the top, and it's obviously the same both sides. And then what you've got here is when it's the airflow comes in through these holes, and then through, if you can see, through the holes, which gives you your side airflow at the top, and then this here gives you, it's, if I cover it up there, you can see that gives you the undercoil airflow, which is a first with an RDTA, because normally you would just get side airflow only. And when I show you the deck, you'll see how the airflow does work. So the airflow will come in through here and through there, and it will come in through this hole here, both sides, into the deck posts and then up. So I'll show you the deck. So this is the deck, and it's a 4 post, or what you would call a postless deck. Then you've got honeycomb style, hole style undercoil airflow, and then you'll also have airflow coming in from the side as well, because of the drop style airflow. Then you've got your wicking channels either side, which are quite generous into the tank. Then you've got 2 holes either side here for filling the tank up if you're not using the squonk pin. And then if you see here, this is where your undercoil airflow will come. So effectively this goes on one way and they marry up inside like so. Let's push it on. Just have to line it up, dry O-rings, and then having it wide open like that, you can see straight away through the deck posts there, look. You'll have side airflow and also undercoil airflow, and if we turn it, you can shut off the undercoil airflow and just have side airflow. But what I found is you can't have just the undercoil airflow open. It doesn't work. As you can see, I'm shutting it off now. It doesn't work with you can't have just the undercoil airflow open the way that they've designed it inside. So let's just take that apart, and then you've got this tank section here, and if you want to replace the tank or put the squonk pin in, you will be unscrewing this here, and then you could unscrew the lot off, and you can place your other glass in here if this breaks at any point. But on the base, should I say, we've got PYRO V3, designed and manufactured by Vandy Vape, and don't vape in a bin. See markings and the signature from the designer at Vandy Vape. And this is an O-ring, which is quite nice. You don't see this on a lot of devices, especially when they're squonkable as well, because this seals all this around, from inside that O-ring to the 510. It seals it, so it doesn't let, if there's any leakage in this area here, it won't leak out onto your mod, which is really good, and it helps with scratching of mods as well, because it does sit slightly proud of the base. So real good design on the deck. So let's just show you and get my let's just turn autofocus back on again. So in the you can put a straight flat edge in, or you can put a Phillips type screwdriver in, and we would unscrew these 4 gold plated screws. The threads are really nice. Excuse me. So the threads are really nice, and I'm just going to do a single coil, and let's use one of their NI80 Claptons. So get one of these out, and what we do is, get these right, is we put it in the number 6 like so, keep it steady, and then we'll trim off the legs like so. Watch your eyes. There you go. And that's how you use that coil lead tool. So it gives you the right depth for that one's worked out not very good. Must have been didn't have it right. 2 seconds. That's better. I didn't have it level. That's better. Catch that. So put the coil tool to one side. So it's hard to work coil on camera, guys. So what we've got is we've got, if you were using you've got positive and negative side. So you've got, if you're dual coiling, you place 2 coils like that. These are 2.8 mil diameter coils, but I have had 2 3 mil diameter coils in here, and it's fine. Anything more than that though, it's a really tight fit. You'd have to raise your coil up, and raising the coil up would start interfering with the top cap as well. So it needs to be 3 mil diameter or less in here if you're dual coiling. So let me just, because it's autofocuses, in and out, just try to get the sorry, that's white balance. So just get this autofocus right. I don't like it going in and out for you guys. So we'll place a single coil across like so, and then what we'll do is put it like that. That's how you would do a single coil. One leg that side, one leg this side, and then we'll hold it down to the desired height. Because you cut your legs, just slightly tighten that up and lightly tighten that up like so. And then this one, tighten up. Let's get the, just screw these ones back in because we're not using them. Let's just get a Phillips screwdriver on it for tightening it up. Phillips screwdriver works best with these screws in my opinion. We'll get them tight. I felt no need to unscrew this and wick it and put, you know, wick it with the tank off and everything. Don't need to take the tank off to wick it. And use this to just centralize the coil. Quite pliable these coils are, especially with it being NI80. And that's it really. And then what we'll do is we'll give it a bit of a, I'll put it on my D7. We're just going to get the coils in and getting glowing nicely. First ceramic tweezers. Let's go down a bit on wattage whilst we're sort of bedding the coil in. So 38 watts will be fine. It is easy to wick and to coil. Just got a few presses on this across there, some hot spots. It'll bed in a minute when it gets the heat across the coils. There we are, look, it's coming now. They said that these coils were 0.33 ohms each, so we'll have a look at them in what the ohms is. That's glowing up rather nicely. There's a slight bit of a hot spot there. That's all right now. So that's really close to the, so I've got to, as you can see, it's really close to the deck. So I'm going to raise that up a bit. That's it. So it's sitting off that deck now, but it is still close. Let's just burn it again because I've just moved the coil. There we are. And that's coming out at 0.34. If you can see that on the camera there, because the brightness is quite high on this. So it's coming out at 0.34, so it is pretty much bang on what they say. We're give or take 0.01 /2. So in there we're just going to wick it with some, I like to use some native wicks. So we'll just open this off camera, guys. Open this cotton up off camera. Now I'm just going to use a piece lighter. Just take a bit of this off. I don't need all that. Just go through that coil. 23 mil. Probably a little bit more actually. A bit more off the end there. And roll the end up. Make sure your coil's warm. Make sure your coil's cold. I'll bring it up in a minute, the camera, the atomizer. Once I've pulled it through, so we've got the cotton through. So all I'm going to do now is a bit of combing out on both sides before I cut it to length. Do 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 do. Then I'll get my scissors and I'm going to measure like that I do, and then I sort of score it at the base here where the tank the metal part of the tank meets the glass. These scissors are crap. That's all right. Get my other scissors out. Measure again. Obviously I'm doing this. You can do this better when you've got another hand free. So all you're going to do now is, I just like to use a pair of tweezers and just fold it into the channels. Don't have to push it. That's sitting in there really nice. Really generous channels on this, guys, and yeah, I've found it wicks perfectly when I've used it dual coil. It's the first time I've done a single on it though, so we'll see how this goes. But dual coils, the cotton sat in there lovely. Just a bit more combing out with this dual coil because you've got two lots of cotton going in there. So that's how you wick it. Dead easy. And then you get your juice of choice. So for this, I'm going to use some strawberry shake, and I get it open, from E-Cig1, which is the Liquid Junkie remixed, and it's strawberry shake, really nice, 100ml, 0mg, and it's a 70/30 VGPG, and really nice stuff. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the range. This is one of them. I think they're about £14 each, or they do a deal on them as well from E-Cig1. So what we do is just obviously the usual stuff with priming up your wick with some liquid, and then with these holes in the side, shove it in and you'll see it filling up. You're getting no air trapped in there because you've got another hole on the other side. Fill it up, bump, all the way, like so. Dead easy. Top cap on. Let's just do it, obviously, just put a bit more on the wick there, just so it's soaking. We'll fire it. Oh yes. So then lining it up, you're going to be, these holes that you fill the tank up with, again, get sealed off with these two, the two bases of the metal here that have the airflow built into them, and you put it on. Because I'm doing it in front of a camera here, and then what we'd have here is, then you could move the airflow where you want it. We're going to have it all open like so. So we'll go up to the top, guys. That's the PYRO V3 RDTA, all built up. We'll see you at the top. See you in a second. Welcome back to the top, guys. I had a nightmare with the camera in front of me then. I hope you caught everything on the camera. I'm not the greatest at I'm good at coiling and everything, but when there's a camera there and everything, and I'm doing it sort of like from watching on the screen, it's really weird. But yeah, so this is the first time I've vaped it with the single coil, because I've always been using it as a dual coil, and I've had it squonking with the squonk pin in as well. That is the way to use this, in my opinion, because it's only 2 mil, 2.5 mil max. If you're feeling it right full, you can get through the juice quite quickly with this. And it's currently, like I say, 0.33 it is, which is bang on what they said that the coils were. And I'm going to put it at 45 watts for this, and it's on the D7 Asmodeus chip DJV mod. And the top cap is obviously better at going on than what it was showed you in the video. It is easier than what I've showed you. So let's have a toke. See, like for me, that's the airflow fully open. I'd have to close that down and just have a slight bit of the undercoil airflow open and then the top open. I think I've got about 10 holes open now. It's beautiful. There's a lot more airflow with a single coil in there. A lot more airflow. But it's a beautiful vape, guys. RDTA sort of phased out quite a lot with squonking that came in and stuff. But and the V2 of this wasn't so great. The V1 was good. I had the V1. I've never owned the V2. I did for a day, and then I sent it back because it came with 2 plastic tanks and no glass, because it should have come with glass, but it didn't. So I sent it back because plastic's no good to me. But this is really good, guys. Really, it's quite an airy vape as well. Like I say, the con for me is that I can't have just the undercoil airflow open. It won't give me that. The airflow configuration won't give me that. It's either I've tried to do it so your top's opening now, but the bottom's not open, but it's just open now. So the bottom holes are open now, started to be open, and I've got top airflow more or less all the way open. I wish they could have done the design a little bit better there, where I could have just bottom airflow open, but whether they could or not with that design inside. With a single coil, which you can use it single coil, I don't think the airflow lends very well to that. I'd have to close it right off because it's so airy for me. If you like an airy vape, this is what you need, but it mutes the flavour way too much for me. So I've only got 6 top holes open now. That's better. And it's wicking ace, look. Really is wicking very well. So for me, guys, there's the con is the configuration of the airflow, where I can't use either or. It's part and parcel of, like, if I want the undercoil airflow open, I've got to have the top open as well, which sort of like it takes away, especially when you're using single coil. It's too airy. It's way too airy. I haven't got any other cons. Just that. I think it looks smart. I mean, this is on the D7. This is the gunmetal one. Is it gunmetal, as they call it? Let's have a look on the box. Frosted grey, they call that on the box. It might say gunmetal, or it might be listed as gunmetal, but that's frosted grey. I like the build deck. I like the ease of build. I like the undercoil airflow design. This airflow lends itself better to dual coiled, if I'm being honest. The airflow is too much and it's not configurable enough for me to use a single coil in here. Like I say, this is the first time I've used single coil, and the airflow is not configurable enough, in my opinion, for it to be a single coil. You can use it better like that, but I've got no undercoil airflow on the go there now. It's just side airflow coming in from the side here, because as you can see, you can't, because of how the airflow is, you've got to have that top open before the bottom starts opening. Squonkable, which is great as well. Comes with a big squonk pin, long squonk pin. so you can put it on any of your squonkers. 24mm, so it's not overly, it's going to fit on most devices quite nice, and it's not that tall a device for an RDTA. The drip tip's lovely. 2 glasses, spares pack, fully loaded spares pack, which is nice to see. The only thing missing is some cotton. I don't think there's any cotton in here now. No cotton, but I'd never use the cotton in them if they come with them anyway. So that's the PYRO V3 RDTA, guys. Thank you to Vandy Vape for sending this on to me. And like I said, if you want to try that e-liquid I had, which was Liquid Junkie Remix, that's on the eSig1 website. Obviously, I'm part of the admin on esig1.co.uk's group, and I do recommend their liquids. They're really nice. That's one of their own range that they had made. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next review. Thank you.